All right. Okay, we're gonna go live in like 3 minutes. Ooh.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go simple.
Oh, my mic was muted. I apologize. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kingdom Hearts: The Interstitial War, Part 1 finale, known as Guardians Assemble. I am super excited for this. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I've been looking forward to my entire week for this to happen. So we're gonna get right into it. But before I do, I have a plethora of guests, of returning members, and I think it would be rude not to let them introduce themselves. Starting with the way of the overlay, so that means we're starting with Zach. Please introduce yourself to the stream.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo of ATL by Night, Vancouver Adjacent by Night, and a variety of things from Carrion Comfort and Gehenna Gaming. Tonight, I am returning as your Sorcerer Supreme, your Master of the Light, Dr. Strange.
And going next to our very own Kim Possible, who has faded out on my OBS for some reason. I don't know why. All right.
My name's Bella. As I said last week, this is my very first stream, but my Twitter's here and I have a few things coming along, so very happy to be here again, and I hope we have a lot of fun.
And we are very glad to have you. It is a shame.
And I
Okay.
faded there too.
And you're back on OBS, so that's all that matters. And then going next to our other guest star from last week, our very own Ron Stoppable, Tyler. Did Tyler just drop out?
Perfect timing, just perfect timing. You could not
my-
ask for better.
This is the curse of the ninja. It's too good.
As I said, Stoppable is a
Oh,
bit of a
boy.
name, isn't it?
Oh no. Okay, we're gonna hopefully
Friends, we're having some issues today.
We're
We're
having some
sorry.
technical issues. We might have to do the
You'll quick switch to Zoom.
yeah.
Force of Darkness are quite...
Yeah, they're really
Against us
trying
today.
to fight
There
us
he
today. Oh, is she
He's back.
is okay? No, Ashley should not be echoing anymore. Okay, cool. Ada will not be echoing anymore. That is my fault. All right, Tyler, introduce yourself because we didn't hear any of that. Oh, you're muted on my end. I'm so sorry.
And have a lot of fun.
Can you repeat that? You were muted on my.
This is so unfortunate. My name is, try again, Tyler Sutherland, playing Ron Stoppable. Also found on ATL by Night, and here to have a lot of fun tonight.
Awesome, amazing. And hopefully, with not dropping out in distractions, or go to our last guest star. Hopefully, the dog does not eat the internet again. Our very own Max Goof, Chad.
Hi everyone, I'm Chad. I'm from Near Dark Society, Chicago by Night, Death Attack, that sort of thing. As you said, I'm going to be playing Max Goof tonight. I so happy to be here to play one of my favorite Disney characters, so yeah, I'm hoping to have a lot of fun.
And then our returning faces, you know them, you love them. We're going to start with Ashley.
Hey everyone, I'm Ashley or Aid. I'm going to be playing Sarah Farron, like I've been playing all season. You can find me at my Twitter handle down below.
And finally, Leslie.
Hey, I'm Leslie Everett, and I will be playing San Moro, and similarly, you can find me at the Twitter handle below.
All right. And for everyone's that are, everyone knowledge, if you did not know already, I'm the Game Master. I'm Nick Francia. You can find me at Nobleman Nick. I'm the stream producer over at Gehenna Gaming, and I love doing it. It's one of my favorite jobs. And I do Kingdom Hearts here, and this is a passion project. And I love the show, and I love everyone who watches it, and I love everyone that's on it. So let's get started into our final chapter. When we had last left off with our Guardians, darkness had finally set upon them. The world of the mirror dimension, which they had all gathered to protect and defend with their lives, had finally been set siege by the Heartless and the Seekers of Darkness. No one knows the amount of Seekers. No one knows the far capability of their forces. But what is known, and what has Master Strange predicted, this will be the strongest of fights. The first scene that you see as you're all standing there, as the battleships, the giant starfighters, as Ben had described them, breaking through the clouds into this world. You see 3 lone gummy ships, one a lot bulkier than the other, flying out from the mirror dimension from Master Strange's hangar. You know these for sure. These, 4. 4 gummy ships containing Ben, Alpha, Caspian, Zach, and Cody on their end of the mission as they fly towards the fleet. You hardly have time to get your bearings before you see little kind of bits of light forming on the edges of some of the huge like freight fighters, and just blasts of plasma or green laser just flying through the sky and bombarding the mirror dimension around you. Master Strange, it might be time to start the defense systems.
Look alive, people. This is what we were ready for. And first thing, does it look like the other gummy ships are going to be able to make it through the fleet without much issue, or are they going to need a hand?
It looks like they'll probably need a hand.
All right. So first things first, I want to cast to just open a portal in front of them to just jump to their intended destination.
Awesome. So you're going to go ahead and cast magic.
Yes, I am.
Let's go ahead and roll for that.
That is an 11.
Awesome.
Yeah, I guess to pick my 3, I want to hit more than one entity because there's 4 ships. No unintended consequence, and open something, aka the destination that they're heading towards.
Exactly. I love it. As you open the portal, the same technique you have done before. This time it probably takes a little bit more energy, a little bit slower because it's a bigger portal because it's fitting 3 ships through, or 4. You see them dart through, and as kind of plasma fire almost connects with them at their destination, and they are gone.
And I close the portal, and I'm going to head back towards the entrance to actually like activate defenses for this section of fortress.
Awesome, amazing. As you kind of do so, you get to the console, and you hear the voice of not just Zach but Cody, kind of speaking in a double voice that they have programmed onto the consoles. Go, Master Strange, what can we help you with?
It's time to fortify the fortress, boys. Why am I calling them boys? I know that they programmed this.
Protocol Cowabunga is now in effect.
I did not approve that name. Protocol Cowabunga.
You watch as several shields begin to erect from the mirror dimension all around, and not only that, you hear something rise out as these almost floating turrets, huge though, bigger than 2 of you put together, kind of raise out of the ground and start aiming up. As you hear Cody's voice go, anti-air cannons online, and then Cody's go, defense shielding systems online.
Light them up, boys, and I will head back towards the group.
And as Master Strange is coming back to you all, you hear as there is returning fire from the cannons that are now lighting up the multitude of ships that are trying to enter the area. You see there is about 7 ships in total, huge in their manner, and they are just getting bombarded as they try to get closer.
I'll just walk back up to the group and go, They're a rambunctious pair, but you really can't argue with results.
Is there anything that any of our guardians would like to do before we continue? Any preparation?
It's not really a preparation, but I think Sarah turns to the group and just says, I don't think that this will hold them off forever, but it at least buys us time.
That's the plan, Sarah. We just need to get prepped because they're going to be touching down here, and that is where you all come in. Are you all ready?
As it can be.
Of course.
Yeah,
Glad to hear it.
always.
And your little friend there, is he gonna be a good help in this, or?
Are you talking about Mog or Rufus?
I'm talking about Rufus.
You'd be surprised. I mean, this is a little bit bigger than like homework, but I think we can handle this.
There are several steps, I'd say, between homework and this, but I appreciate your enthusiasm.
You hear Mog Sarah go, like it's trying to tell you something.
What is it, Mog?
And Mog begins glowing, and you see he transforms into the Keyblade that you had wielded before, but now it seems to be in proper shape and proper battle. Before it was like kind of messed up in certain ways. Mog hadn't perfected the transformation just yet, but now this is a proper Moogle themed Keyblade.
Perfect.
Kupo, which roughly translates to "let's kick some ass." All right, so is anyone else want to prepare in any way?
No, because I don't know which seekers we're gonna fight, so it's hard to prepare.
You see the cannons trading back fire with the battleships. It's loud, it's cacophonous. The air around you is tense. Like, no matter what, even if you have each other, the tension is still there, and it still feels heavy on all of you. And then you begin to watch as the ships begin to open up from their side, and as they kind of get closer and closer on position, and then dropping out of them, you see little black dots that are from very far away, but you can only assume are heartless, begin to emerge in mass as they are dropped from the skies towards you. During all this, you see a few other of the heartless start to swarm out as well into like flying, and begin to swarm after the gummy ship that has now just broken through their line somehow.
The ones that I portaled through, or?
Yes, you can see they're very far back now, like towards
Okay.
their destination, and the Heartless are like just trying to scramble to get at them now.
Okay, so I gave them at least a good head start.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Great.
And which has caused them to split their forces because now they have to they're dropping half and they're releasing half.
Huh? Works in our favor. All right. Who wants the left side? Who wants the right side?
What does the immediate area look like? Like what kind of
So you're
describe
standing.
the scene a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, so imagine the bridge, from Thor Ragnarok, like the I forget what you would call the Rainbow Bridge.
The Bifrost.
Yeah, the Bifrost. But instead of that, it's a little bit wider and it's a lot more like coming from multiple sides into the mirror dimension. So you're kind of on like a landing pad almost with these like multiple kind of like Bifrosts jutting out of it, and they are coming and they are landing towards it. So you're going to be sieged on all sides but behind.
Okay. I think Sarah's going to gesture kind of arbitrarily to one of the sides and be like, I'll take this side.
Okay, we'll say you take the right. Who is anyone?
Sure.
I'm going to raise my shield and get ready. I'm going to head to the left.
Kim's also gonna head to the left.
As we're on.
Then San will jump on the back of Moro and head to the right.
And I will hold the center.
Giving Strange the hard job, I see.
He's the master.
That is very,
It'll be fine. I have backup.
You do have backup. So
And he can open magical portal.
there you go. He can always get out if he needs to. The Heartless begin to kind of touch down. As you see, these Heartless are a little bit different. There's a variety of them. Gone are the little like teeny tiny ones with the little like antennas, or the little cute whimsical ones that are cars or clock radios or things like that you've seen across all the worlds. These are muscular, like 6 foot to 7 feet tall Heartless with giant swords, flanked by these shorter Heartless that you had seen in the Realm of Darkness with the kind of long, I don't know if you'd call them ears or horns, like the long flaps. It's the Neo Seekers that are like they're coming out of the ground, kind of like the normal shadows would, and they are starting to slowly approach all of you.
So the first thing that Sarah would try to do is to erect a barrier of some sort. Even if she can't prevent all of them from coming through, if I can at least funnel them so it's not like a full-on like wave of terrifying Heartless.
Really quick, Sarah, what's your advanced move?
It's called the Prestige, and it says you gain an extra selectable effect on all rolls where you select from a list, which is the effect is bombastic and powerful, and this will increase the effect, add harm, increase healing, make the move more effective, however you see fit to kind of increase the effect.
Awesome. So because you have the Prestige, you are able to actually cast this powerful of a shield. If not, it would have been extremely difficult and harmful for you. So go ahead and roll me cast magic to kind of get the reflect on everyone.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to spend a mastery link to give myself advantage on this.
Sarah, spending links.
And, well, yeah, might as well, because if I get a 10 plus, it just relocks, you know? Which I did. I got an 11.
Awesome. What are your 3 effects? Or your 4 effects, technically?
Well, no, I think I have to choose that effect still, so it's still just 3.
Okay.
It just adds it as, like, an option.
Mhm.
I think. Yeah. Okay. So I obviously choose that. I'm going to do no unintended consequences, and I guess I don't know.
Semi-permanent condition?
Yeah, I'm like semi-permanent condition would be what actually stops them.
Yeah. And then probably hits more than one entity.
Oh, well, that's 4 options. Okay.
If you wanted to do one to cover all 3 sides.
Oh, no, I meant just my side.
Okay. Oh.
Because it sounds like it would be a little too OP to cover all of them. That was just me reining myself in a little bit.
All right. So you're casting the Reflecta. You're watching as are you still screaming out the spell? How does the Prestige Sarah do her magic?
So I think that you see this again, like the magical energy kind of starts to coalesce around both of her arms this time. Well, she's got her Keyblade in one hand. She kind of like points it, and sorry, I got my fidget cube in my hand, and points her other hand like out towards where she's casting the magic, and she just yells like Reflega or something.
Yeah, and as
I don't know, magic.
As you do so, you can hear for just a moment a deep and huskier voice of someone very familiar in your head go, Sentinel stance. And you feel yourself get stronger and more defense.
I can't remember what it's called in that game anymore. Paradigms, right?
Yep, paradigm shift.
Something like that.
Yeah, you hear snow, and then you see the kind of like the hexagonal shield go up around as they start clamoring at it. San, what will you do before we switch to the other sides?
I think San would, San on the back of Moro would be running towards that reflector to kind of like attack anything that gets through the barrier, and try and sweep anything up.
Because
swinging at things with her spear.
Yeah, because Sarah, you're funneling them in, so you're closing a gap.
Yeah, just because both Sarah and me out of game know that there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep all of these Heartless out.
Yeah, it's better to like give them an
at
option
the very
to go through
least,
instead of trying to break through.
Let them in like one at a time or whatever.
So I think Sun and Moro are running like up the end of the funnel to try and take them out as they come through.
Go ahead and roll strike with intent.
That's a 12.
Awesome.
So since I have 1.21 gigawatts, I get to choose all 3 options of strike with intent.
So defend yourself from hard, deal great harm, and take control of the situation.
Yeah. So I think what's happening is like they are like at the mouth of this funnel, just like Moro is like swatting at anything that comes through and like starting to even kind of like drive them back is kind of what's happening. Like they are really taking control of this funnel, and San's on top of her, just like swatting anything on the other side of her with her spear.
Yeah, it's
really just manhandling this swat at the funnel. Yeah.
It's brutal, but it looks great though. As Sarah, you can see San just taking control. You both of you working in tandem, finally. And we're gonna switch over to our left side. Max, Kim, Ron, what's happening on your end?
So I just want to clarify: they're giant Heartless carrying 2 swords, correct?
1 sword on each back.
1 sword on each back. Okay, so as I'm running towards them, I want to try to throw my shield to try to disarm them, or at least one of them.
Okay, cool. No, you can definitely. We'll say because the Heartless are kind of counting as a gang, you can probably disarm a bunch of them. So you're gonna strike to subdue.
Okay.
So 2d6 plus your mastery.
That is just a 6, so that means it's a miss. I have to take
yes, it is a miss. So you kind of like hurl your shield, and it starts kind of clanging back and forth, and it kind of removes a few of them, but it's not super effective against a lot of them, and you end up getting your shield back. And even though like the first few were disarmed, it doesn't seem to have made really like a huge amount of difference.
Okay.
And as you do so, you realize that something has come back on the shield, as one of the Neo Seekers is on it and takes a swipe at you. Go ahead and mark 1 harm for me, as you're kind of have to fight it off.
Okay. All right. Yep. That.
Kim, Ron.
Try not to panic.
Oh yeah, this is definitely out of your level, but
Yes.
I'm gonna try some mystical monkey powers, and my eyes may or may not be closed, but I'm gonna start chopping away on the Neo Heartless that's on Max Scoof's shield.
okay. So are you doing this with the intent to protect, or more of the attempt to overall decrease the amount of Heartless coming through?
Protect. Right now it's all about just keeping us alive longer than they can swarm us.
Amazing. Go ahead and roll defend from harm, which is going to be your plus your light.
Gotcha. That is a 7, just barely.
Cool. So we're going to go ahead and pick from there. So it's going to cost you. Do you want to expose yourself to the danger, or the GM's going to make a move?
I'll expose myself to danger. I'll say I don't know what's coming behind me.
All right. As Ron kind of gets in there and just like scream, monkey, just like hitting one after the other. It's pretty effective despite you using just your palms. They're clumsy and they're big and they're slow, but they're not like, they don't seem to be trained and quick. Not the big ones anyway. And you begin knocking a few of them aside, kind of harmlessly back, but you are keeping them off him and Max. But then as you kind of turn around, you see the Neo Seekers kind of dash under you, like through the floor, and rise back up and surround you. Kim, your friend's gonna be in trouble unless you do something quick.
Okay, so Kim, what Kim wants to try to do is she wants to try to steal one of the swords from the closest one to her.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna be striking to subdue then, because you're gonna want to take something from them.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll plus mastery, just like Max did. Let's see if you were a little bit better at this.
Oh no, that was a 5.
Ooh, okay. And that was including your +2 to your... Oh no, your 0 to mastery. I was gonna say, your ally did take a damage, so you could have got a gain +1 forward to strike to subdue. But it's not gonna be enough, unfortunately. And you're gonna get caught by the Heartless as well. And they're gonna go, and the big one, as you try to take the sword, is just gonna like hit you with the pommel and send you flying back, dealing 1 harm. It's not looking too, as opposed to the right side. Left side's not looking too great. But as we go to the forward, Dr. Strange, they are coming in fast, the Neo Seekers. As they're trying to get to you, it's almost been like they've been briefed on you.
Yeah, well, let's see if they've been briefed on this. And I will summon my backup as I raise my arms up, and they have a bit of a delay on them, as if several arms are just stacking as I raise.
And
I cast...
For the record, what move are you using?
I'm casting magic with the images of Icon. But I'm going to thrust my arms down, and I'm going to surround them with myself.
Awesome.
Several dozen copies of myself.
So you're going to cast magic. Go ahead and
Yes,
roll
ma'am.
that mastery as you...
11.
Amazing. Okay. So you create the illusion.
And there's several dozen of me now around the entire forward battalion.
What would you like the other 2 to be? Because I'm assuming one of them is going to be bombastic and powerful.
One of them is going to be bombastic and powerful.
Yeah, 2 more.
The other one is going to be no unintended consequences.
Okay.
And may I have the third one be cause 1 harm, because I'd like to cast on the battalion that's coming in.
Yes, of course.
So, as they all surround, to cause harm, all of us put our hands around the Eye of Agamotto and summon the Light of Agamotto, and just bathe them in light, striking with intent.
I'm not even gonna have to roll with that because that was part of your original cast. But yeah, you summon all the copies and they begin to fire out, and you see the Heartless begin to disappear in droves. Everyone looking at this would probably feel hella inspired, as the Master of Light is showing why he is indeed the Master of Light. And I'm going to give everyone +1 forward for being inspired by that.
And then when they're all gone, I just release. And I'm going to leave the copies up for now, and unless they go away at the end of my turn.
Nope, they're still there, but more Heartless are dropping, so it's...
Yeah, I'll leave them up then just to add confusion to the mix for them.
We're going to go to the top of the order. Sonomoro, what are y'all doing?
I think we're still doing the big stomp over here. I mean, we're still doing the strike with intent. I think that's what's happening. I think we're going to try and just keep control of this funnel.
Okay.
Okay, that was an 11.
All right, so more striking. You're going to do all 3 again, I'm guessing?
No, that's only if I get a 12 plus.
Oh, okay.
1.21 gigawatts only triggers during that. Let me just double check that nothing else is going to pop off. No, we're good. So yeah, I just get to pick. I deal harm and choose 2. So I'll deal harm. I'll deal great harm, and then I'll defend myself from harm.
All right, you are carving through these Heartless like it is butter. As much as the forces of darkness are heavy and large and evil, they have nothing on both of you, as you are working now more than ever like a well-oiled machine. And can you please roll your beginning of session move? Because I forgot to ask you before.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 10.
Awesome, amazing. So you got.
So yeah, we're in perfect sync.
Yeah, you're in perfect sync. It's beautiful. I imagine like San's like spinning her spear and kind of moving across Moro, and Moro's just like, and you're hitting like the reaction command, just hitting all of them around you.
Oh yeah, we're doing great at this quick time event.
Mash triangle.
Yeah.
Sarai, San's doing great. The people behind you, not so much. What are you gonna do on your side?
So. Boy. Okay. So I don't have to like spend my turn like holding up this barrier or anything.
No, but it'll probably eventually come down, depending on how much stress it's gonna take, because it is taking some stress.
Okay. You know what I want to do? Does it look like they are kind of like pushing against the barrier?
Yes, they're trying to.
Okay, because then I would like to try to like send like electricity like through it, so they get like shocked as they're bumping against it.
You're overlaying your magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Switching to Ravager stance.
Yeah. Let's do it. Got to get that stagger bar up. That's for all you people who've played Final Fantasy 13.
Well, Lightning was the best Ravager, right? If I remember, or was it Fang? I'm not sure.
I don't remember. It might be like Vanille or like Hope
I hope
or
not.
something.
Hope's the best synergist.
That's true. So I got a 14
Okay.
to cast magic.
So same as before, I'm guessing, right? Deal 1 harm.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to do deal a harm, make it bombastic, hit more than one entity.
Cool.
Sorry, Son and Moro, if something bad happens.
It's like thunder and lightning over there. But Son and Moro are like Pajama Sam, who will not be showing up because he is not a Disney property, unfortunately, unless someone can prove me otherwise. As you see just the Heartless shocking and disappearing, as you're clearing at your side a little bit too well, enough that they're increasing some of the forces that are coming in a little bit more, because you two are just acting great at it.
If we do this fast enough, we can go help everyone else, right? That's how it works.
Something like that. Speaking of helping people, Max, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna look around because Ron just helped me get the Neo Seeker off of my shield. Who is in more trouble? Because you said that Ron was surrounded and Kim.
So Kim got hit back to basically your like starting line, and then Ron's the one surrounded, looking to take a lot of damage this turn.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn and immediately I'm gonna try chucking the shield again, just to hit as many people as I possibly can to kind of free him up a little bit.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna strike with intent.
Yep.
So roll plus.
That was a 9.
Awesome. So with that, you're gonna be able to pick one.
Okay.
Strike with intent. So you can deal great harm, but you might take some hurt yourself. You can defend from harm, as well as do a harm, or you can take control of the situation.
I'm gonna go ahead and take control of the situation to try to levy out some of this stuff that's been happening with us this last turn.
Your shield, save the world. Just you launch it off your hand or your arm, and this time it hits with precision, begins clanging across everyone like pinballs, and kind of giving Ron an opportunity to back out of the kind of circle that's formed around him. And
Hope that helps,
Thank
Ron.
you. That was a little intense.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Can I use my grappling hook? And I want to do, might be a little meta, but the perfect cast to grab his shield and do a loop-de-loop.
Amazing, a combo. Okay, remember you do get a +1 for it, and just for that good teamwork, I'm going to give you an additional +1. Go to roll to strike with intent then.
All right.
As you...
Surely that forms a link.
That's another
Literally.
7.
Awesome. Do you want to deal great harm, take control of the situation, which has technically already been taken control of, or defend from harm?
I'll do great harm. We need to even the odds.
Okay. Ron starts swinging around Max's shield, and the shield just gaining more and more energy as it hits multiple Heartless, just clearing waves of them, and I imagine you're just swimming them around you, like right. And
I
then,
can't stop. Just get out of my way.
as Ron literally becomes a like a fidget spinner, just his own momentum carrying him forward and forward and forward. So as that's going on, Kim, what do you want to do? Yeah, it's the whirligoof, essentially.
What Kim's going to do, as we're all working in teamwork moment, she's going to run and gonna use Max Shield as a platform to jump and kung fu one of the dark creatures.
Awesome. Take your +1 for that, and let's see how it runs. You roll to strike with intent. Oh, it's a team combo attack.
Was it like
That was
Trinity
a
limit?
13.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's what we needed. Everyone's attack lines up. Best damage in the world. So you got Max setting it up, Ron doing the secondary setup and spinning around, and then Kim just using the platform to get into the battle. And just, are you basically riding the platform, the shield, and just like doing the yeah. So much damage as you are now cutting through the Heartless. And Doctor Strange, you feel, seeing the teamwork on both sides, it brings a little tear to your eye. Your Guardians are working just as expected.
And that's how you do it.
You see a huge Heartless, taller than the rest, drop down in front of you, Doctor Strange. It looks like they sent the Vanguard unit after you this time, as it cracks its knuckles, covered in plated armor, and with like raises up its like kind of like the helm, the like knight's helm up there, and you see the large yellow eyes, just like blank circles, almost comical, looking at you as it charges for you. In one hand, a giant like axe kind of weapon, and the other hand, a spiked shield.
Well then, I'm gonna touch the Eye of Agamotto, and from it I'm drawing my Keyblade, and just pulling out a blue a blue light key with an Eye of Agamotto in the center, and I'm going to just catch his blade.
Roll to defend from harm really quick.
Absolutely. I keep rolling the same combination. 11.
Awesome. So yeah, you take no damage as you block it. Are you doing it one-handed, or are you doing the two-handed?
Two just to support.
It clashes, and you see the sparks flying everywhere, and the creature is surprised, like it didn't know you could do this, but like it should have. You're the master of light.
And I just go, if you think that's cool, wait until you see this. And I'm having the several dozen of me spin and cast the Bands of Sitarak on this to hold it.
All right, strike to subdue. You may spend the link to roll advantage, though.
No, because I got an 8, and that's good enough for me.
Okay, cool. So you're just gonna choose take something from them, I'm guessing.
Yes. And well, actually, let's call it de-escalate the situation, because I am binding them in place.
Awesome. No second Keyblade, not yet from Doctor
Not
Strange.
yet. Not yet. Yeah, I'll just let him drop down.
And it's trying to get up, and it's this big like troll heartless like creature, and it can't. And everyone seems to be kind of in control of the situation here, which is awesome. And you all hear fire from above as you see like a dogfight going on, and one of the mechs has transformed, or one of these ships has transformed into a giant mech. And is playing like metal music out of it.
That one's new.
Yeah, you could see on it like spray painted on its like front. You see a Z and plus C kind of connected together.
Way to go, boys! And I'll just check on the rest of the folks and see like if anybody needs assistance while the dozen or so of me have this troll heartless under wraps.
Yeah, it's
quite literally.
Everyone seemed to has kind of like, left side regained their footing, is doing great. Right side is just taking care of business. And it seems like this is maybe too easy. As you see that they're trying to get to the anti-air cannons, and they can't. And Doctor Strange, or Master Strange, I should say, you start to notice something. You notice one of the anti-air cannons begins to get this weird red kind of glow around it, like almost like hexagonal spread over it.
That's not good. I am going to I'm gonna wait just a second as I watch it, but I don't know if I can figure out the source of this or not.
You can
maybe
do
a deep dive?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that feels like a deep dive territory. So I am rolling with heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's 8.
All right,
so,
ask one question.
What is the source of this magic? Or rather, where is the source of this magic?
That's a great question. And
Yep.
as you kind of see breaking out from one of the ships, kind of getting closer and closer, you didn't really notice it before amongst all the fighting. You see a very small ship that looks more technologically advanced than the other ones, like a single pilot ship. And then you look as the anti-air cannon trains its gun on you, but then shifts away and trains its gun on the other air cannons as it begins to take out the other cannons.
I'm going to look down at the troll and the troll heartless and just go, could you do me a favor and give them an advance welcome from me? And I'm going to have the dozen or so images of me, because they have it all banded up, throw the troll at the ship.
All right, go to strike with intent as you're just tossing heartless.
That is it's with intent, so that is 10.
Okay.
We're gonna call it great harm on the ship.
La di da da, and you see the heartless fly and arc as you hear go like through the air. Do you teleport it as well to get it more on position?
I mean, it's being thrown by about 30 or so copies of me, so it's kind of in a trebuchet fashion at this point.
You're not sure if it reaches terminal velocity.
Yeah.
But you aim it just enough, and it smashes into the ship, causing the ship to begin a downward spiral towards the mirror dimension. The anti-air guns are a little bit too preoccupied to really get its gun. It's moving too fast. As you see it crash into behind on the other side of the fortress, kind of deal. You're not sure. You don't hear an explosion. You're not sure if whoever's in there is gone or not, but you might need to send someone to check.
And it's actually going to be, it's like, I'm considering that everybody's occupied, I'm thinking it's going to be me. So I'm just going to go hold it down, and I'm just keyblade out. I'm marching towards the down ship.
Okay. So
Be careful.
it is only like, it is basically on a different battlefield. So you are exiting this battlefield is what I'm asking.
Yep.
Okay,
They've got
cool.
it. I trust them.
So with Doctor Strange's parting words, he leaves you 5 to the rest of it. And kind of as like the anti-air cannons are finally going down, you see the barrage from the starfighters begins to continue, and they're firing haphazardly. I need everyone here to roll to defend from harm, as this is going to do a lot of harm if it hits anyone.
Okay, I believe in me.
And it is raining down indiscriminately. Like, it is hitting Heartless. It is hitting structures, hitting whatever it can.
I got an 8 on that.
I
Okay.
I got a 7.
A 9.
exactly a 10.
13.
Okay. So, Kim and Sarah? You manage to dodge out of the way or get under position, or maybe Sarah probably just like
Do
cast
like
the
a
shield.
magic thing, yeah.
The rest of you, are you gonna expose yourself to danger, or are you gonna let me make a move? I'll let you all. Let's do this unanimously. What do you all three of you want to happen?
I don't want to get hurt.
I don't know. Is Nick a generous storyteller?
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
This
To
is
be
true.
There you go.
I'm up to see what you have planned. I'm just saying.
Same.
That's my vote.
I'm cool with it. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. You watch as part of the mirror dimension begins to shatter around you, and the front door and front gate of it is blown open, revealing the inner headquarters around. Sarah, because you had to kind of put the shield on yourself and Kim, who's kind of dove under it, the Heartless are beginning to swarm and are now starting to overtake and kind of flow into the centers of the headquarters.
I think seeing that, Sarah will just call out, we have to fall back a bit, as she like starts kind of heading back towards the center back area where everyone is kind of like swarming in.
As
Sarah
Sarah
says
is
that. Can I use
with the...
Sorry.
Go on, no.
I was just gonna see if I could use nothing the party.
Oh
Since-
yeah, you definitely can, and that might be good going first actually. So yeah, the party's back is against the wall. Roll heart.
Meanwhile, Kim's
That is
kind
a
of,
9.
as Sarah is defending, she's kind of guiding her, like, where to go.
Oh, like pointing out like block here, block here, block here, block here, and like Sarah's just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
so a 9.
Game Master, quick point of clarification.
Mhm.
Did my duplicate images stay behind when I left the field, or did they fade once I was too far away?
They're actually still left behind.
Cool.
Because, mhm.
Yeah, just for protection, I want them to just all turn, stand, and cast a shield. I think it's the 7 rings of Ragador, and just give these folks extra cover. They're not going to really be moving or anything, but they're like more of a front line to give them some protection.
And they're just it's raining hell on here for sure. As you buff the party, Max, you kind of tap your shield. The question is though, Max, are you entering maximum goof? Or are you saving it?
I'm gonna save that. I want to
Okay.
save it. I
I
don't want to burn that too quickly.
You watch as everyone begins to feel a little bit stronger as Max begins to kind of channel, and all of a sudden, all of you, because of the effects of buffing the party, are going to take 1 forward. However, the strain on Max is great, and he's going to take -1 forward to all of this.
So is that a -1 to roll?
Yes.
Just for clarification.
Mhm.
Okay.
You
So-
feel sluggish, is what it is.
Is the 1 forward just 1 forward, or is it 1 forward ongoing, like for the rest of the scene?
It's gonna be ongoing until something knocks Max out of it.
Okay.
And
I just want to get out of here safe.
you see as basically the blasts are coming in. You need to all of you need to make make a choice. So Strange is going to confront whoever was in the down ship. There's forces flowing into the main headquarters, enough that you feel like you even have to fall back or you be covered in Heartless, and you can see one of the ships break through the lines of the other, and is looking like it is attempting to land. Fall back.
That's not good.
Hold the line. It's up to y'all.
I'm going to ask, what here will keep my friends safe?
You don't like splitting the party, but having some hold the line that can handle themselves, and some kind of flow in and control everyone, and control the headquarters situation, might be the way to do this.
As I'm standing up my shield still, I'm gonna yell back. We need to split up. We need to make sure that people can get out, but we can give them a little bit of time to do so. As I'm gonna keep trying to hold the line myself.
Max, you see that your Save the World shield has gotten a lot bigger since it's been in use.
We'll stay here and help you hold the line. So San and Moro would definitely stay towards the front to try and help hold the line.
If we head inside, there might be some defenses, buttons that we can push to help, I don't know, fight back.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, you need to do it quick, please.
Kim's gonna give Sarah a quick look, like, "Are you okay? Can I go?"
She gives a nod.
And then she's going to run after Ron because, well, I'm a spy, so I think we can like figure this out. And she's gonna follow him inside.
Awesome. So just for clarification, Sarah, you're staying to hold the line?
Yeah, I was wondering, how far away is this ship that's attempting to land?
It's getting closer and closer. It'll be on you within a turn.
Okay,
Or within a round of people.
cool. Yeah, because I want to try to mess with that, but if it's not close enough yet, then I can wait until it gets close enough.
Oh, do you want to like bring it down, is what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe crash it.
It's pretty big.
As you do.
It's like a fighter from like, it's like a freight fighter
This one
from like
does.
Star Wars, but you can try. Cast me some magic. Actually, you're gonna strike to with intent, because that's what it sounds like an aggressive ass magic.
Okay. You see, I'm not as good at that. I'm gonna spend a link to give myself advantage. Let me spend one of these guys. Lucian's in chat. Good luck. Okay, that is a 8. Which
Okay,
is not
cool.
the worst.
You choose one.
So, I'll take control of the situation.
So you're going to, what spell are you casting? Like in game, I guess.
So, I am imagining that she you see the magical energy kind of start to coalesce around her hand that's holding the keyblade, as if she I don't think this is not an actual Final Fantasy spell, so you don't get any words from this one, but it's kind of like all of the elements, and it's kind of like 4 or whatever, however many there are, separate beams that kind of like go around the keyblade, and it's just like a beam that
Are you doing Ragnarok? That's
no,
what
because that's bad.
No. Well, man, that's a move in
Oh, you mean like Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
in Kingdom
Okay,
Hearts.
I'm thinking Final Fantasy 13 Ragnarok.
Yeah, and it's like all the beams of light come out.
Yeah, and then there's all the lights. Yeah. But maybe it's like that, and each beam is kind of like a different element, and they just kind of all go up towards the ship.
Awesome. And you let all the beams kind of crash, and they crash against the side plane of the ship. It doesn't really bring it down, but it does cause to start to have a rough landing as it scrapes across the bottom. And you can hear shouting from within, angry shouting. And I think it's time to switch to Master Strange really quick. Master Strange.
Mm-hmm.
As you go to the down ship, you begin to see a figure emerge from it. Who are you expecting? Like, what kind of person are you expecting in your head?
At this point, I don't know. I imagine that they're wearing black and leather and looking very stereotypically villainous, but who knows?
not too stereotypically villainous, I should say. As you see, slightly smaller than you for sure. You see, it seems to be a woman in a kind of like black dress, white cropped hair, and a blindfold across where her eyes would be. And kind of coming at it, you see she is brandishing a little small robot that's floating beside her, as well as a larger-than-life katana. And she looks at you, kind of staring you down. And kind of levying the sword at you, she goes, "Surrender. Last chance."
You know, I thought the blindfold might have been real, but an effect's an effect, and I'll brandish my keyblade.
Roll to defend from harm as she comes in fast, striking you almost with an after image fading behind her.
10 total.
Awesome. Are you dodging or are you blocking?
Call it a little column A, little column B. I'm smacking the blade away as I step to the side.
And you're doing like that slide that everyone does, like that cinematic. So you see you both come across as her blade slides across yours, and you kind of force her off, and she skids across the ground.
Oh, you're fast. I don't like fast.
Very fast. Your
I'll brandish
guardians
it again.
end here today. For the sake of my dream.
What is your dream?
To find someone I lost a long time ago.
Do you think you'll find them here?
I think it'll open the way. Defend from harm again as she charges you to try to strike at you.
Yep. 9 total.
Alright, expose yourself to danger, or you're going to let me make a move.
I will expose myself to danger.
This time she kind of catches you off guard. She doesn't like hurt you per se, but she does get you kind of almost tossing you into the air with the force of her blade. And you watch as she motions to her robot, and the robot begins charging and shoots this massive laser at you. And we're going to switch really quick point of view to Ron and Kim as you're running in to the headquarters, and the Heartless are beginning to enter and enforce. What is your plan here? What is your game plan here?
First thing Ron is going to do is start checking his pockets
So Kim's
and
gonna
see if he can pull out a magical
Ron?
light sword. But it seems like everyone's getting one, and I'm not finding it.
No. I'm sorry. And Kim, what are you doing? Oh,
While Ron tries to find his magical sword, she's gonna try to look around and see if there are any security cameras, anything that she can press and maybe use it against the Heartless, any traps, anything.
okay, so you're doing a good old investigation while it's still going around. Go ahead and roll deep dive. So you're gonna roll for your heart. And Ron, we don't have a keyblade. You do find your grappling gun, an extra spicy serving of Diablo sauce, and Rufus, who has been kind of quivered in there ever since the battle started.
It's I know it's a lot, buddy. I think we'll get through this.
That was a 5. That was sad.
Oh, it's tough. Kim, I want you to mark off another harm as you're kind of going through. You see one of the Neo Seekers pop up and grab you, scratching at you, attempting to basically clamber onto you and trying to hold you down, just to kind of overwhelm you at this point. You're looking and you can see that there is some sort of console at the one end of the room. But you're not sure what that means.
Ron is going to try to
She's
tackle.
going to look over her shoulder and
Oh, we're having some delay on you.
Rufus. That's all I was gonna say. And point.
Gotcha. Ron is going to point to Rufus and say, "See if you can, I don't know, mess around with that." And he's going to try to tackle the Heartless off of KP.
Awesome. Roll to defend from harm, please.
Gotcha.
As Rufus goes, "Ugh," and just is like, we get the Rufus like the camera falling behind Rufus as he's like dodging the swords dropping on him, the Neo Seekers scrambling through.
That's an 8.
All right, expose yourself to danger, or you let me get narrative control.
I'll expose myself to danger instead.
You do manage to get KP out of the situation. You're gonna take a harm yourself from the situation, as it's brutal in here. And you're activating, your Ron factor, your monkey fist, and you're just like trying to hit as many of them off possible. And you're clearing a few of them, but you know that you need to find a way to kind of bolster your defenses fast. So this is gonna get bad for both of you, if it's not already. Rufus gets the console and begins jumping on the buttons, and it goes and it's like, please enter authorization.
Password? Password's usually the answer.
And Rufus is like, "Hello?" And it just punts in. It's like, access denied. It says, hint, this is where we stayed at a lot.
Oh, Kip's going to shout, home!
Rufus steps on it. Access denied.
Bueno Nacho.
Shh. Access denied.
Ah!
You're not sure who.
Gummy ship. She's just trying
Gummy
to
ship.
get off the thing while she's
Access denied.
Do we have any communications between the other parties?
Yeah, I believe we opened up like links and had the communicators all sync up. You were given a very toy like a toy communicator that looked like out of a Happy Meal.
Ron is just gonna put it on speaker to all channels and just start yelling about what he's seeing. And there's a password, we don't know it. We used to stay here a lot. There's a lot of Heartless. Help!
Let me see. Sorry, I want to see what the deep dive questions are.
I would say that Strange actually knows the password.
I was gonna say I don't think Sarah would know. I at a game know what it is, but I don't think Sarah would.
Is it what's being yelled about in the chat?
Yeah, it's no, it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess while I'm airborne, just spinning, I'm just gonna hit the eye because I imagine it's coming from there. Just go Tipton, and I'm going to open a portal in front of the laser that's coming at me, with the other end of it being straight under the robot.
Oh, okay. You're gonna have to roll to strike to subdue with that one to get rid. That's a heavy.
That sounds like intent to me, personally speaking.
I guess it's because it's a part of her, so you need to take that robot from her, pretty much.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Well then, in which case that's 10.
All right, so you're gonna. Damn, Zach, that's brutal.
Yeah, we'll call it take something from them, and I'll go back to them for the password. I'll do the second one when we come back.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
I think I know exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
So Ron, you yell that you're like Tipton, and then Rufus is like, access granted. Would you like to engage self-defense systems?
Yes.
And as you kind of say yes, you see the room begin to glow as you see these floating orbs begin to rise out of the ground, and each of them have a certain serial number on them, and you say deploying the Mosbytrons. And with little kind of like cannons, they begin shooting at the various bits of Heartless that are kind of scattered about, giving you some sort of firepower. Kim, what would you like to do?
She's going to, well, first try to get the Heartless out of her, the ones that are on top of her,
Mm-hmm.
and towards the traps, kind of.
Okay, so you're trying to basically bait the Heartless into the line of fire. Awesome. Strike with intent.
Yes.
And I will remind you, you can strike with intent with light instead of dark because of strike rate. And because an ally did take a damage, usually you would take a +1/4 to strike with subdue, but I'll let you do that with strike with intent as well. You're never taking their heart.
That would be an 8.
Cool. You get to choose one. Dealing great harm. You're going to automatically deal harm. But do you want to deal great harm, take control of the situation, or defend from harm?
Take control of the situation, for sure.
Amazing. You begin putting on the afterburners, as it were, as you're kind of dancing around as like a few of the Heartless are leading into the Mosbytrons, and they're just getting lit up with lasers and other like magical effects. It's because it's Kingdom Hearts. They have really cute like little sound effects whenever they get hit. It's great though. They're having a lot of fun. The Mosby. You're sure they don't get the self-defense droids don't really get to stretch their robot parts, as it were, that often. Probably good for a good measure. And Master Strings, you might even realize, when did the twins build all of this?
They have a lot of time on their hands.
Apparently, maybe too much time.
Mm-hmm. Do you mind if I do the second?
Yes.
Second effect. So I'm going to land. Switch hands for the Keyblade, just like put it on my shoulder and walk towards this person, and just go. You know, the problem is, if you're going to try to achieve your dream, I'm just walking towards her with speed. Go. You really need friends to do it. And as I'm doing it, the hand with the sling ring is spinning beneath me. And the second effect is force a change of location as I open a portal beneath both of our feet. And I'm dropping us between San and Seraph.
Ooh. So, San and Sarah, you see immediately 2B and Doctor Strange pop back into location.
From the sky.
Yeah.
And I saw it coming, so I'm just going to land.
And with the quick and out of motion, 2B is going to strike at Sarah. Just
I'm
looking
wounded.
at it, it's like, and just looking at it strange as she does it, and goes, "If you'd rather me end your friend's life first, so be it."
Dang. Should I roll to defend?
Yes, defend from harm. Unless if anyone else would like to try just stopping the attack.
I do want to immediately since I had this situation.
Yeah.
As I drop, I'm throwing up a Shield of Seraph between the two of them, so Chibi's just gonna run straight into a yellow glowing wall.
And just like crackle against as it tries to break through.
Well, that's good because I only rolled like a 5. So.
Yep.
All right, rolling a 5. Cool.
But I don't need to roll, do I?
No, I mean,
No, there's a wall.
Because there's a
stop the
wall.
swing.
Yeah.
You would technically we're gonna still count the roll though, just in case for this other thing that's happening.
Okay.
As out of the wreckage, you see Sarah. I want you to mark 2 harm as you get hit
Okay, well that's unfair.
with a large green plasma that strikes across you. As you see 7 figures emerge from the downed starfighter.
That's too many figures for one fighter. I don't know how big a starfighter is, but that's too many.
It's like one of the frame. It was a big ship.
No, it was not that big, clearly.
Let me describe what you see at first. You see You see 6 cloaked figures in front, but not organization cloaked. Their armor looks very similar to the one that Ben had worn, as well as the helmets. They have all matters and weapons in their hand, including clubs, a gun, looks like to be a large, like almost machete-type weapon, a sickle, as well as a large spear. And they are all massed and kind of walking forward. The blast, however, comes from the 7th in the back. As you see in black billy robes and a green and black bodysuit to beat, with just glowing power surging through her hair, her eyes, and her hands. Max would know who this is. You see Shigo standing behind the 6, ready to go. Oh, looks like I joined the party. Now it's time to really finish this. Alright, you knights. Go ahead and chop them all up. Let's mend this quickly. 2B's looking back and like, I was handling this. Clearly you weren't.
Are we going to keep doing the villainous monologue thing? And I'm going to flick my hand, and I'm just going to send all 30 of my duplicates airborne flying at them, not casting magic. They're just turning into missiles.
Yeah, they're just...
And they'll just explode on impact, and the illusions will go away.
All right, go ahead and use cast magic.
Yep.
Kim, your Shigo sense immediately is tingling, by the way.
That's exact 10.
And
so we'll call it bombastic and harm.
Awesome. You see the knights begin to take damage as they do tend to clear out your clones. They do take some damage. None of them get to Shigo, but it does look pretty. It hurts the knights a lot. It's a pretty good attack on them.
Yeah. And I'll just ready myself to help Stan and Sarah.
And I'll say,
does either San and Moro or Max Goof have any damage, or have they taken any harm?
Max has 1, yeah.
Okay. Because I would like to cast some healing magic real quick, if possible.
Awesome.
I'll allow it.
Cool. Okay, that is a 11. So, then I will choose to heal a harm, do multiple targets, so like me and Max, and do bombastic, so heal 2 harm, maybe. Take that as a yes. He didn't say no, so I'm gonna take it as a yes. He still hasn't said no, so I'm gonna take it as a yes at this point.
It's a yes. It's definitely a yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Nick?
We're just gonna allow it.
Okay.
Man, I feel like there's a scheme happening.
I feel like he's just ignoring us now.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Sorry, a very crucial message just came across my Discord. Nothing to do with the stream. Can you please repeat yourself?
So I got an 11, so
Yes.
I'm gonna choose to hit multiple targets, heal a harm, and then be bombastic. So heal 2 harm, maybe. One might say.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna hit everyone around you. You're gonna heal for 1.
Yeah, I think Max is the only one who had damage, but
Yep.
I would like to heal 2 on myself.
Okay,
so.
cool. And
Cool.
you're putting the
Just a
shield.
Kiraga.
Shoot. We're gonna say, Kim and Ron, are you running back to the fight now that you've kind of cleared everything out here? Or are you?
I think so. We've pushed all the buttons.
Push all the buttons, go help the others.
And kind of as you all rejoin up together, you see the scene before you. You see 2B, which, Kim, you have fought before. You see Shigo, which you have definitely fought multiple times before. And you see those 6 knights of hers that really caused damage last time.
We got Shigo again.
She's gonna go straight for Shigo.
Alright, so you're going to strike with intent. You're gonna take a -1 because you are trying to get past her line of soldiers. But you're Kim Possible. You can do anything.
I'm still raining like a meteor swarm of my clones on them.
It's
what it's worth.
It's an intense fight right now. Kim, I have a question for you. Do you activate the battle suit? I'm sorry, I didn't catch. You said you do? All right, awesome. As you do so, what did you end up rolling?
That's 8.
Okay, for some reason she's not coming through on mine. I don't know if she's your audio.
Oh, she's muted.
Yeah, muted. On mine, it's hard software mute.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's an 8.
Okay, no worries. Just wanted to make sure. All right, so you get the 8 strike 1 10. Do you want to do great harm, defend yourself, or take control of the situation? Note if you don't, it's gonna be tough either way. But
I take control because she needs to get past the guards.
okay.
So take control.
I want you to mark a harm as you kind of go through, and she goes immediately on you, kind of almost hitting, like, doing like a roundhouse punch towards you, and kind of colliding with you. But you keep going forward as your momentum carries you. Are you going for a punch or a kick?
Kick.
Kick. As you go your flying kick, you see Kim's clothes kind of separate off of her as something is like there is a white suit-like material on her skin all of a sudden as this battle suit of hers forms across her and comes online. It's blue, it's white. If you've ever seen Kim Possible So the Drama, you know what I'm talking about. I love that movie. I know you all do too. And you watch as the strike hits Shigo and sends her kind of flying across. And Shigo looks and kind of wipes a bit of where the dirt is and goes, "All right, now we can dance." And in her one hand, she holds the plasma charge blast, and then the other hand, she takes out this kind of small cylindrical canister, presses a button on it, and you see a lightsaber ignite from the other hand. Looks like I picked up some new tricks. Ron, Max, what are you both doing?
So I'm gonna see. I'm seeing Kim running towards Shigo, engaging in that. Can I kind of take my shield and just kind of bank it so I can like throw it over her knights and kind of hit Shigo? Is that something I
Yeah,
can
you want
maybe do? And
Okay, strike with intent. You're gonna take a -1 to try to make that trick shot, but
that's fine. We're gonna do this. I believe in me.
the dice believe in you. Well, that's all that matters.
Yeah, right. And that was an 8 with that -1.
Awesome. Hey, it would have made a difference either way. You're good. That's what it's all about. All right. So you're doing strike with intent. My lights just all of a sudden
Yes.
decided to reset. That must be the power part.
Right. Friendship, magic, all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna do deal great harm.
All right. Deal great harm. Okay. I want you to mark mark harm as the knights, even though they have taken some decent damage across all the boards. The meteor stir kind of ends, and they come in and they strike at you. One does with the giant kind of butcher's knife and kind of strikes across your armor, leaving a wound. You see the arcing, it hits and it strikes Shigo in the face, causing her to falter a little bit. You just go, "Oh my god, where did that come from?"
Oh, that was totally worth it.
San, Mora, we haven't heard from you for a second. What are you doing?
We're gonna go attack the Knights of Ren.
Awesome.
Or Knights of Shigo? I don't know what they are now. But yeah, whatever, we're just gonna go after one of them, to try and weaken this line here. So we're gonna do some good old strike with intent. That's an 11.
Awesome. So what are you picking?
We are going to deal great harm and I think defend myself from harm.
Okay.
Assuming they will strike back.
Yep, it's a battle for sure. As you're kind of like boom, 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 striking across. You see the blades coming through. You're blocking your spear. You stab at a few of them. So I'll say with dealing great harm, and because Doctor Strange has weakened all of them, you do manage to fell one of the 6, landing a direct strike through their chest, and then they kind of clatter into armor.
Perfect.
It's tough, it's rough, it's everywhere. It's powerful. And you watch it kind of go on across, kind of bound. Ron, what are you doing?
I'm actually going to take a second to... I don't have any swords. Again, Shigo gets a sword. Can I deep dive to kind of assess the situation?
Of course. Go ahead and deep dive. Show what your heart is about.
It is... That's an 11.
You get to ask 3 questions about the situation.
All right. What here is not as it seems? What is the biggest threat here? And what could I use to fight back?
So, the biggest threat here is Shigo. By far. She's armed to the teeth, and she's fighting a lot. What here is not as it seems? Definitely 2B. You feel like 2B has a lot more tricks up their sleeve that you haven't noticed about, but 2B's kind of engaged with Doctor Strange at the moment. And then, what here could you use to fight back, you said?
Yes, please.
You notice that the big butcher knife that one of the Knights of Ren's was defeated with drops, and the weapon clambers to the floor beside you.
I'm gonna go for it if I have enough time in my turn.
You easily pick it up.
Nice.
And you feel, just with this weapon in your hand, a surge of power.
I mean, yes.
2B is going to look at Doctor Strange and go, is this what you want? An audience when we duel?
I'd prefer to not duel, but you seem really intent on it. You know, we could solve this a different way.
There is no other way. You know the prophecy, Master Strange, do you not?
Funny thing about prophecies is they're so fluid.
Well, let me remind you. One of the last lines. Only war is the way, through the heart, soul, and might. And
I catch her around the face with the Crimson Banner Sidorak before she's done talking.
Ooh.
Subdue her.
Roll to strike to subdue.
Yep. 9. So we'll call it take something from her, aka her moment. And as the band just comes up from the ground, it just wraps around her face and just catches. And I just go, you all really need to learn to stop monologuing. And I'm just going to hold her there with it.
So are you just holding her mouth shut, or are you holding her entirely?
No, the band is coming up from the ground, and it's wrapping around her head. So it's around her mouth to shut her up, but she's also leashed to the ground by the head.
All right. We're going to come back to y'all really quick. Yeah. As Shigo looks up, not liking being attacked on multiple fronts, and she's going to look at Kim. I'm going to end you right now. And she puts her plasma energy into the lightsaber, momentarily causing it to grow longer and stronger and more powerful as she comes in and she tries to attack you with it. Go ahead and roll to defend from harm. If you get hit by this, it will be deadly.
Oh my god. Here we go. Oof.
Before you give your result, Ron is going to use one of his moves. It's got a budge. If a friend is in extreme danger, he's going to spend a link to roll with heart to try to get her out of danger.
Awesome.
I will spend Shigo, actually.
All right, now roll with heart. You gotta...
Using the buffs, that's a 10. So I'm going to actually try to block with the new sword that I got.
You go and you block through it, and Shigo cuts right through it, but Kim is able to get out in time. It takes a second. The question here is, Ron, I'm gonna give you a choice. That's what's on Shigo's sheet. Are you going to... You can get yourselves both out of danger, no problem. But you're going to put someone else in danger. But they can handle themselves. You think? Is the other Guardians worth more? Is KP worth more than the other Guardians? Is the question I'm asking you.
This is a lot. He's gonna try to pull KP back a little bit out of the fight.
All right, you pull KP out of the fight, making sure she does not come through harm, and she looks hurt, even though the battle suit is kind of driving her forward. And it's hell. You see Shigo, like, the strike continue forward, and the knights dodge out of the way, and we hear a howling of pain as Moro is hit with the sword, wounding her, bringing her to the ground. As in the most PG-13 moment of this session, as the blood that is very prevalent in all Ghibli movies begins to flow from Moro. I'm gonna give you 2 harm, San, for your sheet, and Moro is incapacitated on the and she is maybe even more than incapacitated.
I think San would obviously like look back at Moro and then look back over at Shigo and be like, "You'll pay for that." And she will probably try to launch herself at Shigo.
All right, strike with intent.
You
Sarah,
know it.
Max, what are you both doing?
So I assume I got the shield back
Yes.
after hitting Jigo. So I'm gonna immediately start charging in, and I'm gonna use it. After seeing Moro getting hurt so badly, I'm gonna go ahead and use maximum boof. I'm gonna use Save the World.
Awesome. And before I narrate that, Sarah, what are you doing?
Seeing KP so battered, surely that attack, if it had hit her, would have killed her. I think Sarah starts to get that familiar kind of like glow of light like enveloping around her whole body. So I'm gonna use ultimate form to spend a link to completely heal her harm.
As you do the Kiraga, it's probably like the even upgraded move Kiraga. You know, it's always got like some weird name to it. Like
It's Kingdom Hearts Kiraga, where it just always heals all of her health.
With like the maximum power. And you see Kim, you see all your wounds begin to heal. Your strength begins to return back to you. Your battle suit begins to fully charge as you become stronger than ever. The blue energy coalescing around you. And Ron, just by being near her and touching her, you are also feeling the side effects. You're not healing anything, but you feel the Ron factor and the monkey power go hand in hand. Even Rufus is like, "Whoa!" He's like getting to like the buff version of Rufus from A Stitch in Time. A Stitch in Time, so where he can talk. No, but what did you roll, Son?
I rolled an 8.
All right. What are you doing?
I think in this situation we're going to try to deal great harm.
How much do you have? How many harm do you have left?
How many harm do... Oh, I still have 2 left.
Okay, 2. All right, because you are going to take 1. As
Okay.
you're trading blows with Shigo, who is going to land a punch on you with her plasma blast. But you're going to go in and you're going to get a great, like, kind of strike through her. And she is going to take a step back, she's taking a lot of damage in the process. And she is beginning to waver a bit. Max, what are you doing? as you transform? You just
So-
trying to attack her?
Yeah, I'm just going after. I want to make sure that everybody's safe. So, whatever. If it's Shigo, then is the snake head. You know, that's who I'm gonna go after. Because we already know that she's bad news. I want to take her out. If I have to go through everybody else, I'll do that.
Awesome. As you go to roll to strike with intent, I'm going to give you a +1 though. As Max kind of transforms midair, much like Kim does, as he taps something on his shield, and you see this yellow kind of electricity begin to surge through him.
Thank you for that +1. I got a 10 on that.
Awesome. Are you gonna say what you're going? You gonna scream it out?
What am I? Oh my gosh! What do I say? What should I say?
Just scream the move out, I guess. The special ability.
Maximum goof?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm not. Fine. Maximum goof, and I'm gonna go like, just go ape, and I'm gonna go ahead and take control of the situation since I see that Moro's on the ground, and I'm gonna deal great harm as I can to Shigo.
You pummel Shigo with this as you transform. Your armor transforming to a armored version of the Powerline suit, complete with the shades, the visor, and all. As like you hear the kind of opening chord to Eye start playing. And just for a second, as you transform, and then you just land you Captain America like punch her with the shield and all, and it causes Shigo to spin through the air and land. Her like power kind of fading, everything kind of fading. This time, you twerks.
It's gonna happen every time, Shigo. It's gonna happen every time. You know that.
I'm done messing around with you. I'm sick and I'm tired. As she begins to glow with darkness. And I think that right there is the perfect time to take a quick little break. A 5-minute break. We will see you all for the second half of our action-packed episode in just 5 minutes. Bye, everyone.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. You're giving me too many things lately. You're all I see. You smile at me and say the daily things like this and that and what's what that keep us all busy all confusing me. That's when you came to me and said, don't get me wrong, I love you, but does that mean I have to meet your father? When we are older, you'll understand what I meant when I said no. I don't think life is quite that simple. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. Whatever might be on this morning is always the way on. Regardless of warnings, the future doesn't scare me at all. Nothing like
Hello, everyone. We are back to Kingdom Hearts, the Interstitial War. Thank you, everyone, for joining through that awesome break. And yeah, let's just jump right back into it because I'm having fun. Our guests are having fun, hopefully. And you, the viewers, are hopefully having a lot of fun as well because that's all what we're about here. All right. Okay. It's like, why did it pause? So, as you... so Shigo screams out. That was where we stopped back on. And you see this dark force start to coalesce around her. And it muddles. It completely covers her. And you can hear her screaming, warping. Her voice warping as she does. When the screaming fades, even the Knights of Ren begin to kind of warp a little bit too, as their armor gets... Well, its armor's already black, but you see the familiar Heartless emblem form on all of them, and they get a little bit beefier and more monstrous. And you see Shigo emerge from the darkness, not walking, but rather in the sky. You see her kind of green and black suit has completely covered her, like even her face, with the exception of her hair, which is not actually physical hair anymore. It is these dark kind of like dreadlock, like energy, like tentacle arm things that are flowing out. And then on her back are these huge kind of moth wings that are glowing green with energy. And she looks at you and goes, "What? Can't be a boss fight without a second phase." And I want everyone in front of me, including Doctor Strange, to defend from harm as she charges up and her wings start projecting thousands of green energy blasts trying to bombard everyone.
I got a 10.
Amazing. As Max Goof in his super form should be.
With the shield.
11.
Alright.
6 because I'm distracted by 2B.
I got a 10.
I got a 9.
And
Wait,
Kim?
do I still have that +1?
You do.
Also 9.
Okay. Then I got 11. Sorry. I forgot
Ooh,
about that +1.
Philip?
My bad.
You got 9? Alright, cool. So, we'll deal with the people that all perfected theirs. You dodge out of the way, and it's a dance. It's tough. Enough that, like, getting hit by this, you would definitely get hit by a lot if you weren't so fast. Max, I feel like you're just dodging through them. You're in, like, your powered-up form. You're just, like, weaving. Yeah, you're doing the mirror image teleporting. Or your shield is probably just blocking most of them. Ron is just going...
It is not graceful.
But it works. And Sarah, you're putting up the shield again, I'm guessing? And even that, you can see the shield is constantly breaking, and you're like having to cast. You're like, Reflector. Sodding him. You're going to take 1 harm regardless, but you want to expose yourself to more danger, or you want to let me do a move?
Let you... actually, I don't know. What do you think, Kim?
I'm gonna trust Nick on this one.
Okay.
Gonna let
Sounds good.
him do him.
Son, you would be taken out by that one, right?
Correct.
3, 4. But you don't.
Mhm.
Because as the blast flies towards you, you hear someone beside you growl and get up and shield you with their body as Moro braces herself against you, and you hear the bombard of blasts pounding against Moro's body. And she growls, and you can feel like the saliva, and Moro, you kind of hear her whisper to you as like almost to that mic, and she's like, "I will protect you, little one, until the day I die."
Moro. No.
And then there's Doctor Strange. you are forced back as the blast. You're gonna take 2 harm as you're just colliding. You're trying to defend yourself, almost as if trying to you're shocked by the whole situation, as the battlefield begins to turn, and then you see 2B begin to glow red as you see steam coming off of her, and then you hear the words, "Enter berserker state," and she erupts through her the chains. Her dress as well kind of goes flying off, and she's revealed with just a sleek black bodysuit. And she takes her katana, looks, and goes directly for, let's see. Goes directly for Sarah. Sarah, defend from harm.
Not for Dr. Strange? Or
No,
Master Strange?
Master Strange is being bombarded by the blasts.
Oh, okay. Well, good thing I have +2 to light. I got a 13.
All right, you're gonna take a point of harm anyway, but you managed to.
That's just cheating.
You avoid the worst of it. You avoid taking the 2 harm from Berserk 2B as she's just sliding. She's gone is the kind of technique you saw before. She's just like boom, 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 breaking reflecta after reflecta on you. We're gonna go around. Let's see. Let's start top of the order. San, what are you going to do?
Since she's at 3 harm, I think this is the first time Sana's gonna try and cast magic. And we'll see how this goes. Yeah.
I could do it for you.
The problem is if I take harm before your turn.
Yeah, I know.
So I think she's gonna kind of press her hand against her chest and put a hand on Moro and try and heal herself, basically. You see a blue glowing magic that definitely Moro has cast before, to try and heal some of the woodland animals. We'll see how mastery goes. Not my specialty. Oh, that's a 12 though.
Awesome. What are you gonna do?
Oh wait, do I have a minus? Hold on. I might have a minus to mastery. Nope. Yeah, cool. I have a 12. I am going to heal 1 harm. I'm assuming other people definitely have harm, so I'm going to hit more than 1 entity, and there are no intended consequences.
Awesome. So you're healing, or you're
healing? Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah.
You're gonna heal
no damage is being done, and I'm healing harm of people around me too.
All right, everyone, mark a heal off, or a harm off. As San does something totally out of character for once, but she's never been pushed this far properly. Kim, Ron. We'll start with Kim. Kim, what are you doing?
As she feels herself not strong again, she feels that she's strong. She is going to try and take down the knight that hurt Moro.
Awesome.
And so I think it's a strike with intent.
Yes. You're going in with your battle suit. Hearts to 9s.
And at the 10.
Awesome. Okay. So what are your 2 options? Or 2? Yes, 2.
Deal great harm.
Okay.
And take control. I'd say deal great harm and take control.
Awesome. So we're gonna head and take control of the situation and do great harm as you go and you strike. Your battlesuit just demolishes the Knights of Ren in front of you. Just sending.
She wants to.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Just that she wants to take everybody away from Sam.
Okay, cool. So you're clearing the battlefield for San and Shigo then. Awesome. Yeah, the Knights of Ren all emerge on you as well, and you're just Or would it be this one, right? Yeah. There we go. Ron, what are you doing?
Ron is going to look at the Knights of Ren that was downed, and he's going to do a costume change to try to get some similar armor on hopefully himself and a few other people.
Oh my god, yes.
With mastery, that is... booyah, that is a 13.
Awesome. Cool. So you're going to pick 3.
We're going to do every party member gets a costume. So we'll do bits and pieces of like forearm guards and pauldrons. Costume is removable in that in case it needs to come off, it can come off. And I'm going to say I am hidden from attention for right now.
Okay, and you're only casting on yourself, or are you giving it to everyone?
I'm going to give the bits and pieces to everyone.
All right, so all of you have gotten, as you see, formed bits of armor forming across all of you, as basically giving you a little bit more extra power, a little more extra defensive. You feel a lot stronger, even more so. This is it. This is the final hour for all of you. Sarah, what are you doing before we go back to Master Strange?
Okay. I am going to Berserker mode 2B had come at me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to do this thing that I've been known to do. Actually, no, because San still has 2 harm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll heal her. I'll do it. And then I'm also going to, well, hold on, I guess let me do that first. Okay, that is a math. That is a 10. Sorry, brain did not want to math on me today. Okay, so I'm going to heal a harm, be bombastic, and I don't know if anyone else has any harm, but I'll have it hit multiple.
Yeah, San, Doctor
They
Strange.
do. And then I'm also going to spend a link, and with my move, my friends are my power. I'm going to let San have advantage on her next roll.
Awesome. Yep. So you start healing everyone. Yeah, the healer and the bard in full conjunction right now. If you can call Ron a bard, I guess. Everyone's kind of got the power behind their hands. Shigo's still looking in that big moth form of hers, and 2B is erratic with her movements, almost bestial. Doctor Strange, what are you doing as you heal back up to 1 harm?
I'm at 0 at this point because
Okay, awesome.
I got healed once and then healed again. So I'm just gonna stop and just look at like the new gauntlets that I've got from Ron. Go, nice work. And really quickly, because this is both the first time that I'm meeting him, and I was kind of ragging on him when he first showed up, and he just did something really helpful. I want to make a link with him.
Go ahead and roll. What kind of link are you making?
We'll call it a light link.
Okay, roll 2d6 plus light.
Yep.
Nick, can I make a link with him too?
Sure, you can make a. I think anyone can make a link with Ron if they want.
That is 9.
Cool. I'm gonna say your link move doesn't go off, but you get it.
Yeah. That's fine. Oh, I don't have a forward active, do I?
No, you used it. It was taken from you when you got
Okay.
with all the stuff.
Okay, that's fine. So I'll form a thanks, and then I'm gonna walk up behind 2B, who's like doing all the slashing moves. I'm gonna spin my hand and just go, we need to talk, and I'm summoning the winds of Watum to lift her and me straight up in a cyclone.
And yeah, you see 2B and Dr. Strange leave the battle.
That's a 10. So
And she kind of looks at you, and like I'm getting this real cinematic. I'm not even gonna say you're gonna roll. She's like jumping at you, trying to slash, while you're probably trying to talk to her, and you're just dodging out of the way. What do you would like to say to her? And she's like, "Why do you keep trying to stop me? Why do you insist on not fighting?"
because you're never going to find what you're looking for through darkness and hate.
Darkness and hate is all I have left.
It doesn't have to be. I'm giving you a choice. One that you didn't have coming into this, I imagine, because all you had backing you was darkness and hate. And I'm offering you something different. Call it a lighter path.
There's nothing. And finding my friend is the only thing that matters. If I can't find nines in this world, I'll tear apart every world to get to them.
There's a bit of a saying among the Guardians of Light. Maybe you've heard it. Our friends are our power. And if finding your friend is that important to you, it sounds like you're on the wrong side of things, and you do a lot better over here.
If I win,
And I'm trying to convince.
Okay, convince somebody. Yeah, go ahead and roll. And she's like replying to you and whatnot. She's like, the Interstitial War. If I win it, if I take you all out here, I get my wish.
It's 9, so it's going to be, clear assurance and evidence.
Yep. Let me just hold on, try to move up here. Because I think only Alpha convinces people. All right. She like stops for a moment.
And I'm dispelling my Keyblade as I say this, as she stops. So it's just gone now.
And you can see her kind of like berserk mode start to die down. As she looks and kind of like starts breathing heavily. I never had a choice. I don't want to fight. I don't want to hurt people.
You want to find your friend.
This is all I have.
It's all you have until we get your friend back. We. Together. Help us put an end to this. And we'll find your friend.
And she kind of looks for a second. And she actually goes to strike you as you're like talking her down. But her hand never makes it. As like right before the blade touches your face, you see on her hand, you see the same red kind of spreading hexagon pattern across her arm. And her blade drops to the ground, and she kind of looks at it, her hand frozen, and goes, "Even you nines would put me on this path."
Sounds like your friend is your power too.
You're right, I don't want to do this. I just want to see my friend.
Then stop letting the darkness guide you and come with us into the light.
Will you guide me to him?
I'll do everything I can. I imagine we all will.
And she hesitates and kind of just is like, I'll do it your way. I'll trust the light.
Then let's end this. And I'm dropping the Winds of Atum, so we drop back down to the ground to just land and turn the tide a little bit.
And as Shigo kind of turns and roars, you see 2B kind of look, and she kind of turns to that assurance to you, and she goes, as much as I hate this, that was my comrade. I won't turn my blade against a comrade.
You don't have to. And I'm going to pick up her sword. And it may only be illusion, but I'm turning it over in my hand and making it into a keyblade of its own. And just go, just stop her from hurting our friends.
And she grabs the keyblade in her hand as the illusion kind of wavers slightly, and you can see that there's almost like this trembling of the darkness underneath it, like she's trying to fight it. And she goes, she looks at the Knights of Ren, and she looks at Shigo, and she kind of reaches into herself for a second and pulls something out, almost opening up, and then handing it to you. She places something in your hand, Dr. Strange.
I'm going to take it, but I'm going to take it within the mist of Munipur. So it's just going to float in a clear mist in front of me.
Mm-hmm. And you see this black box with like lines of light kind of running across it. When you find him, give that box to him, and we will be reunited again. This favor, it's illogical, but I trust in you, Master Strange.
Consider it a favor done for a new friend.
And she runs at the Knights of Ren and Shigo, and like you can see Shigo go, even you would betray me, my own partner, and is like firing bullets. And as 2B rushes in the middle of the Knights of Ren, you hear her say, activate self-destruct mode. And as she holds the power within herself, as the red energy starts to coalesce, in a single move, she explodes, wiping out the Knights of Ren completely and burning off one of Shigo's wings, as Shigo kind of lands onto the ground, still in a fighting position, but definitely hurt and injured. And
I'm going to take the black box and I'm going to fold it into space, and it's just tucked away.
Tucked away into
Stored.
space.
Yeah.
And as you kind of go through and you're like, 2B is no more. And Shigo looks and is just like, why? I don't have friends I can trust. I don't have power that I need. I have everything I want in front of me, and I don't have the means to take it. I'm sick and I'm tired of you all. I just want you to die, all of you. I want my wish. I want to go back home. And as Shigo kind of emerges, you see the rage kind of take hold of her. And as darkness begins to coalesce all around the area and kind of swarm and intensify, all the Heartless begin to shriek that have been invading, and start to give way as she kind of goes through and goes, I will take all of your hearts. The master of darkness be damned. I'll show you this ability I learned. And as she aims at everyone, I want you all to defend from harm, as Shigo raises her hand and shoots lightning everywhere.
May I use from the ether for a daunting obstacle
Sure.
to defend myself?
Yeah.
All right.
San has advantage on this roll.
Is just clarification. She's still in front of me.
Yes.
Like right in front of me.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
I got a 12.
I got a 7.
I got a 10.
I got a 6.
Also a 10.
I got a 10, and using from the ether, I'm able to get what I needed from this,
Mm-hmm.
which is a quick portal in front of me, with the other end of it aimed at one of the biggest ships that's still in the air from the dark to send the lightning straight into it.
And as this is going on, Dr. Strait, you notice something that probably the battle that's been going on has been kind of taking your eyes off of it. You see there are multiple lights in the sky as you hear screaming and shouting and fighting. You see what looks to be various creatures that Sarah might notice and San might notice are alpha summons flying as they're fighting atop one of the ships. You see, hear the clashing of lightsabers, and you hear the armies of what appear to be some other form of, you're not sure.
Then I'm going to open the portal onto the ship that looks like it's going to do the most damage to my friends up there, and we'll figure out next week how that lightning turned out.
Yeah. As you destroy one of the ships immediately, or Shigo does. That's how powerful. Ron, how much harm do you have left? Because this is going to doozy.
I have 1 harm already, so I have 3 left.
So that is going to fill your harm clock as you're hit with it. What I want you to do for me is I want you to quickly checking. I want you to roll
Dang
based heart, because you aren't. Usually, when one of your friends complete their harm clock and they are willing, you can roll based on heart. Usually, you can't use it on yourself, but I'm going to let you do that.
Gotcha. With heart, that's 11.
All right. You watch the lightning, Kim. You see it almost vaporize Ron in front of you. It strikes, and he almost begins to fade away as light particles begin to kind of swirl off him. And then, Ron, we have this nice little moment where we're kind of like in your head, and you feel yourself kind of fading, and you hear a voice. Maybe it's the voice of yourself. What do you fight for?
I fight for her.
And we see your fountain of awakening, your station of awakening, spring to life as like the doves and petals go away. As we see this, you're standing on the stained glass platform, looking at yourself, and also has you see other figures of Kim, of Wade, of even Rufus, and Bonnie and Monique, and even Monkey Fist and Draken, and even Shigo. And you say, "No, not today. I am not giving up." And you will yourself to survive as your light coalesces back to you, leaving you at 3 out of 4 harm.
Oof. I think I'm just gonna sit down for a bit. Okay.
And you do hear a voice in your head, Ron. You hear the voice of... Sorry. Someone goes, "Even across world lines, we still gotta help each other out. So I'll help you out." And emerging in your hand, you see this bright golden Keyblade ROM form in it. But before we can see what action you're gonna take with that, Max, what are you doing? As she goes right in front of you.
Since Shigo is right in front of me, I just saw Ron get vaporized. Morrow is laying on the ground. I'm gonna walk towards her and be like, "Shigo, I'm tired of seeing you hurt people. Morrow, Ron, it's done. It's over." And as I walk towards her, I'm gonna use like a max modified version of Goofy's rocket from Kingdom Hearts
Yep.
to like uppercut the hell out of her.
Roll strike of intent.
Well, that's a 10.
All right, what are you doing?
great harm. I don't care how much harm it does to me. In the end, I'm going all in.
You're going ham. You're going maximum goof.
I'm just going in.
We're setting up for the team attack. San, what are you doing as Goofy goes in and sets her up, launching her into the air with an uppercut?
I think San would want to like kind of like jump back and forth on the environment nearby and then try to get on like up above her and say you're done here and like drive her like Keyblade Spear into her to smash her like kind of back down into the ground.
Roll strike with intent.
Yeah, you got it. I'm gonna spend a link because I want this to be spicy. I'm going to spend my link with Ben. Well, I'm gonna unlock my link with Ben. Oh wait, I forgot to roll this one. Oh, cool. That's an 11. Shoot, I don't get to use gigawatts, but that's okay. So yeah, it's gonna also be great harm and take control of the situation where she like spikes her back to the ground. Oh, nope.
I'm gonna say you get the +1 because Max sent you up for it. Screw it.
Okay, so that's 12. So I do all of them.
You just like, and because of the giggle, you kind of warp there with your own power. Are you striking with the spear or the keyblade?
Her like Keyblade Spear.
Oh, and it strikes, and Shigo goes like, it's like, you know when you get hit and both sides, you're kind of doing that anime thing where they hover in the air. Sarah, what are you doing?
As much as I want to contribute to this super cool like Trinity Limit moment, I'm also terrified of my friends dying. So I think I'm going to spend a link using Ultimate Form to heal all of Ron's harm.
Awesome. As
I'll
you just like
even spend this Ron link. It doesn't really matter, but it's flavorful.
Ron, you're feeling super strong. What are you doing?
Oh, thank you. And I'm gonna say KP heads up. I don't know if she can. I imagine she's a guardian, so
Yep.
I'm gonna toss her mine and see if she can at least use it or double action.
Oh snap! Kim, what would you like to do? You catch the Keyblade in your hand. You feel like you might be able to give another one if you wanted to.
She's gonna try to get one.
As your other hand forms out, and you see your own Keyblade begin to form from it. This Keyblade looks a little different. It's the, I don't know what the name, the Middletown blade. I guess it's made with different parts. It actually looks like your battle suit, but the charm is of Rufus, like just his face. Hello. And what are you doing with these two Keyblades in hand?
Kim is going to go straight for Shigo, like with both the blades, and she's going to try like cross strike with both the blades.
All right, roll
So,
strike with
let's
intent.
see.
+1.
That's an 11.
You go through and you strike, and Shigo is like screams as the Trinity limit gets complete. Dr. Strange, is there anything you would like to do?
While this is going on, I'm looking up at the ships in the sky, and can I discern from here which ship seems to be, for lack of a better term, like the leader, the central?
It's in the back.
Yep.
It's where they're fighting on.
And Shigo is still falling towards the ground as all of this is happening, right?
Yeah.
So focusing on that, I'm gonna do my trick one more time. I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna open a portal directly under Shigo, who's like still got this energy pulsing, with the other end of it aiming straight at that back ship in the back, that leadership, to just meteor strike her straight through it.
The ship that is in the back, but also kind of overhead. You see Shigo form through it, the finale, and she screams and utters as she hits part of the ship. and it breaks through, causing it to go into a descent. And as Shigo crashes down, you see, like, we see the camera focus on her in slow motion as darkness begins flying off of her, peeling off of her, and bits of her form and shift until it is the original Shigo. No Darth, no nothing, just the OG one, falling as she slams to the ground of the mirror dimension, finally keeling over and just remaining there, wisps of darkness leaving off of her. And she looks, and she doesn't get back up.
And I'll just look up and watch that ship starting to tailspin down.
And as we end combat, San, you suddenly are realizing to someone behind you that you probably need to get attention on.
Yeah, I think she probably runs right to Moro.
And Moro's coughing up blood, and she's looking, and she's like on the ground. And she looks at you and she goes, I'm sorry that I'm going to have to leave you, little one, one more time.
You can't go. We're together. You can't go.
I passed many, many moons ago. The fact that I got to spend time with you. One last time and one last adventure. See you grow so brave and so strong.
I can't do this alone. We're a team. We're two halves. I can't. Don't go.
And you feel her put a paw, as like she sinks like you into like against her, like nuzzling her like that, like one last time, and she goes, little one, we're never alone, truly alone. You have the bonds of your friends, the people right there fighting, and you have me. I will never leave you. I am with you in your heart to the very end.
You're right. You're right.
And you will always, no matter what, whether you be a princess in another age and a warrior in this, you will always be my little cub.
I love you, Moro, and I'll finish this for both of us. I promise.
I know you will. And I know the others around you will keep you safe, and you'll keep them. And Moro kind of smiles, and you can see the light start to leave her eye slowly as she starts to coalesce in light and begins to fade away. As the kind of sparkles surround you, though, the light flows into your key spear. And with it, it transforms, now adorning a large wolf head on its hilt and pommel, and looking stronger. And as that happens, we hear a scream sounding throughout, and all of you instantly know. Does San scream first off? I'm gonna ask. Does San start crying? What does San do to all of this?
I think San is shedding like very silent, kind of stoic tears. And I think she lets out like more of like a howl, like kind of letting that wolf part of her take over, and she actually like howls once Moro disappears. I'm not gonna howl.
And the rest of you kind of can feel it, you know. It's a painful one for sure. And we hear a scream come from the aether as you hear Ben Solo screaming from across the battlefield, "No, no, no, no." And you see light and darkness explode out, and Shigo looks up weakly as she's starting to fade away. The light will never win. Stupid. It just took all of you to beat one of me. When the Master of Darkness gets here, you're all every single... And before she can finish the sentence, she fades away. And we see the door to Kingdom Hearts begin to shine in the sky. And you see a figure that looks different from the others floating in it, looking at all of you. The coat on this figure looks like the other Seekers. But it's different. It's more adorned. It's more ornate. And they think for a moment the figure's about to take off the robe, but then doesn't. And looks on, because why would I reveal something huge in Season 1?
Yeah, why would you possibly reveal something like that?
And just with you see the figures, we see the figure in the camera snap, and darkness begins to envelop the area completely in this world. You all have one round before the darkness reaches you. What are you all doing?
I think it's time we go, and I'm gonna go for that from the ether again for a daunting obstacle, and I'm opening several portals, both for everybody here and for the ones that are up on the ship. But because it's daunting, I want to give you, the game master, the option of, I don't know where they're all going.
Okay.
But it's not here.
And I'm gonna say, Max wanted to possibly spend the link to do something. What did you want to do? Oh, you're muted. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm not going to do it anymore because it was kind of story beat reasons. I'm not going to try to change anything for the sake of the story. Because I like what you did. I like what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, if no one uses the retcon move, that kind of means I did a good idea. Like, I did good, but it's not determinate. And as everyone the darkness kind of envelops the mirror dimension,
I rolled a 12 for what it's worth.
Yeah, you feel all yourselves kind of get pulled through different portals, and not sure where Strange is sending you all. And Strange, as you begin to fall through the portal as well, you hear the signal from Zach and Cody. Sir, we lost one. And with that, everyone fades into view, and what is on everyone's mind?
Where am I going?
Yeah, I don't. Like I said,
Yeah.
I don't know where all of these folks went, and I don't know where the folks that are up on the ship went. So, I mean, it may take a bit for everybody to figure out if they're all together or not. But
and just to...
I'll say for purpose of narrative, I'm not with them. I went somewhere else.
What about Sarah and San?
We all heard that, right? Where it's like we lost one.
Yeah.
I think Sarah kind of as this like darkness is, because I'm imagining like this darkness is starting to like encroach, and like suddenly there's like a portal beneath Sarah and she's like falling. And so as she's like looking up at the darkness that's like slowly coming towards her, she kind of takes a moment to this is not a mechanic thing or anything, but to kind of like look within her own heart as she's almost desperately feeling out for like her friends' hearts in her heart, because she doesn't want to believe that one of her teammates is really gone.
Another one too.
Mhm.
That would be 2. Son?
I think while San is feeling very remorseful that they've potentially lost 2 teammates, I think she's also feeling incredibly determined. I think her thought is that we have to win. I won't let them win.
Kim?
Kim can't stop thinking about how they lost 2 teammates and wonder who else they lost. And she just can't properly deal with the fact that Moro died instead of her, and that she almost lost Ron again, like she just got him back. So she's just very serious and sad right now.
And Ron?
He's processing. He took Kim out of danger and that left Moro in place. People and pets usually come back every time. So this not coming back is something that he's not sure of. But he knows he'll find Kim. So he's just holding on to Rufus, looking down, and goes down the chute.
Can I change what I was?
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
So-
Max.
So, as I've fallen through the portal, kind of realizing, the gravity of the situation, Max would be thinking, what would my dad do? Goofy he's a legend. What would he do in a situation like this when people have been lost? What can I do better to make sure that doesn't happen again as a guardian, as someone who's supposed to protect people?
You would actually, so you would remember a quote in your head that your dad would always tell you. The first thing you would say is that everything will work out okay. You just gotta believe in yourself. That's all. And the second thing he would say, there's only one rule whenever you join the King's Guard. To stay on the King's Guard, son. It would be, you have to smile. No sad faces.
And with that, as I'm falling down to wherever it is I'm going, I'm just gonna keep that smile then.
And I think from there, we will end this episode of Kingdom Hearts, the Interstitial War finale, part 1, Guardians Assemble. However, I'm going to do a few stinger scenes. So, we go across many. The first scene, we see washing up on a shore somewhere. We see San, not sure where to go. And kind of next to her, you see someone dragging her kind of unconscious, like form through the sand out of the water. And as your eyes begin to form, like your vision begins to form back, you see someone looking similar to 2B. This one is more masculine, in like shorts and a coat and white hair, and he's looking down at you with that blindfolded smiling. We cut to Sarah, who is wandering a strange town, unsure where she's at. We get glimpses of Ron walking through a jungle of some sort, slapping mosquitoes and going We're gonna find KP. We're gonna do it. I know she's in this world with us. Me and you, buddy. Booyah. We see Kim hanging out in a strange place, walking a road in the middle of just endless plains. And then finally we see Doctor Strange. And Doctor Strange is sitting there talking across a endless ocean in the realm of darkness to one voice that is speaking back. And Doctor Strange goes, I need help in this war. I can't lose any more people. And you hear the response go, we've been across world lines. We can help you. And oh,
I would just say, just at that, I'm going to pull the box from 2B out of space and just sort of meditate on it for a bit.
you just need to help us with one thing. Something of ours got into your world. Someone. And we need to make sure she doesn't cause too much trouble. We kind of go back and we see the remaining Seekers kind of talking to each other, and like the coats, their hoods up, and just going like, well, we lost 2. What now? We don't need 2. It's 2 of the weak ones. Well, I count that we're currently 3 down, and they're only what? 1, 2? Well, the replacements sure didn't help. We need to get some replacements of ourselves. We could pull that applicant. You mean that crazy guy with the blue skin? I'm never accepting him into this organization. Never. Yeah, he would be a besmirchment against all of us. And we kind of fade out, and we look at it and go, Master, what should we do? And the Master, you see the Master of Darkness, the camera kind of goes all over on him. And he says something, but we don't get to hear what's said. And yes, I did say he said something. I'll give you that little hint. And I think from there, that's all the stingers we have until next episode, the finale part 2. It used to be called You and I, but I'm actually changing it. It's episode 13.5, finale part 2, Face Your Fears. And that is the end. I would like to say something small before everyone gets to plug their stuff. If that is all right, I know we've been streaming for a while. It's 3 hours now, and I super appreciate it here. And, you know, I'm gonna play this backing track because I thought this was really nice, and I was like, man, I really like the song, and I had to put it. And so, first off, what a partial end to an amazing season, amazing session. This has always been a passion project of mine. I just want to say thank you to Leslie and to Ashley for accepting my invitation to play in this game back in December or even November, wasn't it? And we were just like, I was just trying to rush this game out because I wanted to start as soon as possible. And oh my god, thank you so much, because it has been an amazing 4 months. Like, that's wild. An amazing 4 months of playing straight, missing only 1 game, which was for Virtual HorrorCon, so it wasn't even missing a game. And I want to thank all my guest stars today. To Chad for playing a character he wasn't sure he was going to be able to play. To Bella for not only being one of the biggest fans of the show, and also coming in and bringing him to life. To Tyler for just being a total gentleman and one of the best people I've had on the show. And Zach for showing up for multiple appearances and bringing that character to life. It just brings, all of you bring so much star power, so much pizzazz, and so much fun to it. It was it was great, and I would not rather not stream with anyone else but the people, in this stream, in the next episode stream, all the people I've surrounded myself around me. Truly, thank you so much to all of you. And I'm gonna thank all the guest stars that we've had. I'm gonna thank all the guest stars next week too, as well, because I also want to thank Dixie, who didn't show up again this season, but trust me, Dixie, you will be back next season in the audio dramas, I swear. Which I'll explain a little bit after too. I want to thank Persephone and Rena, who unfortunately couldn't be here to represent their characters tonight for their kind of finale, but they did such a good job. That episode was one of like our most highly rated episodes, and everyone loved it, and they brought so much. I could never match the sass of Persephone or Rena, who played that entire game blindfolded, despite being as bad as eyesight as me. You both were amazing. To Vanessa, who we're going to see next week as well, but for studying a character that she wasn't really too knowledgeable on and really nailing all the mannerisms down to the point where she watched all like a video of every line being said of Envy to get the character down. Oh my god, why am I forgetting? To Brian and Natalie for bringing Hella and Syndrome to life, for Mark and Wes for bringing Bill Cipher and Rasputin, and just everyone bringing characters, bringing costumes, just bringing their fucking A game. And I don't care, I'm gonna curse. It's the one curse I'm gonna get.
There's the one.
There's the one. It was. There's not a lot of, sometimes, we're not all together in the same room, so it's hard to kind of match up production sometimes and make some great stuff like this. But we did it. This was a flash in the frying pan, and I'm so excited to have made the journey with all of you. And you know what? I think that's as much sappiness. I love you all, and to the viewers that stuck around, to everyone that watched, to Wes that let me just host this show. When I was like, hey, here's this little passion project I want that's not hard, will you let me run? He said, yeah, I don't care, and not getting mad at me when I get every video of ours copyright claimed, because that's just how this game goes. And to Walt Disney and Square Enix for making Kingdom Hearts in this amazing world. Yeah, I'm gonna let everyone plug their stuff. Plug your shit. I just... Sorry with Zach.
Hey, I'm Zachary Vaudo. I've been your Sorcerer Supreme. That's my Twitter handle down there. Tomorrow, you can catch me in one of two places. You can either catch me on Level Up TTV for Vancouver Adjacent by night, or you can catch me on Chaotic Tiefling ATL, where I'll be joining a whole bunch of people that I really like for a reading of Macbeth on what streams may come. Tuesday, ATL by night, we're probably doing something in our postseason. Wednesday, I'll be back here reprising my Verbana mage along with Nick for Cypress and Steel. So that will be a very interesting meeting, and we'll see how that goes.
All right, Bella.
Hello, I'm Bella Gangiani. My Twitter handle is down here. I'm new to this, but there's a few things coming along, so follow me, please do. And you'll get to see a lot of kitties too. I retweet a lot of cute animals, so there's that. That's it.
Tyler.
Hi, my name is Tyler Sutherland, and you can usually find me Tuesdays on ATL by night playing a vampire game with Zach. We're going to be kickstarting back to Season 5 early May. Very much looking forward to that.
All right, and Chad.
Hi again, everyone. My name is Chad. I'm with Near Dark Society. We do Chicago by night. Quentin, Alistair, if you're familiar, his own thing that he does, Hellgate, Death Attack, his own homebrew D&D world. Pretty much a lot of stuff is, if nobody knows, is all his stuff. But we're going to be returning Sunday for Death Attack, Monday for Hellgate, all on the Near Dark Society channel. Then next week, Quentin is actually going to be a part of this, if you don't mind me saying. He's going to be playing Prince Caspian, which is really, really cool. So, yeah, he's going to be awesome on here. He's got his hands in literally everything. But I know for a fact, if you're wanting more Chicago by Night content, they are in the process of, in the next couple of weeks, they're going to do like a 3.5. So keep a lookout for that. And then sometime this summer we're doing season 4, and I'm going to be joining that. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening over on that channel. Thank you, and thank you again for having me. You know, it's always nice to have people reach out and want me to do these things. So, thank you, Wes, for reaching out to me. Thank you, Nick, for wanting me. Thank you, everyone, for allowing me to play with you guys. I really appreciate it.
Ashley.
Hey everyone, you can find me here. Well, I guess not next week or for a while, but I'll be in chat next week. That's for sure. I actually don't really have anything else to plug at the moment, but instead I'm gonna say thank you to Nick for inviting me to be on this show because Kingdom Hearts has been a big part of my life. Like, I love Kingdom Hearts. Like, I've spent too many hours figuring out the lore to these games that you could probably ask me and I could probably give you a decent answer, which is impressive if you know all of what's going on. But yeah, so when Nick was like, hey, you like Kingdom Hearts and you like playing games, I'm like, yes, absolutely. So thank you, Nick, for inviting me to play on this silly show that you love so much.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're here. Wouldn't have had anyone else. And Leslie.
So I'm Leslie Everett, and I've been San and Moro. You can find me on my Twitter handle below. I'm not actually in any upcoming actual plays, but there will be, or any actual plays that I can talk about. But there will be something coming up. Otherwise, I'm on a podcast called Hot Garbage Gaming. You can find me there. We've been talking about Star Wars a lot. I'm so sorry. And then otherwise, yeah, I'd like to say thank you so much, Nick. I mean, like Ashley, I have loved Kingdom Hearts since the first game came out. So this has been super fun to play in and honestly fantastic. It's been like kind of super exciting and like great to take part in something like this. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you for bringing an awesome character, and then have these emotional moments, which you would not expect after a game that started off in Halloween Town and not in Disney Channel original movie Halloween Town, not Jack Skellington's Halloween Town. But here we are. The other thing I'm going to say is that so it should be no surprise that there is going to be a season 2 of this show. It's going to come back in a couple months. We're going to take most of the summer off, probably coming back in August or even September, we'll see, but probably August. However, we are going to be launching an Indiegogo about halfway through in the time of July. It's going to be just stuff for our budget and stuff like that. We'll come back regardless, but if you want to back us and help us and, you know, maybe pay the cast and crew a little bit, that would be awesome. But something that we are releasing in order to raise money for that, as well as some other free stuff to keep you guys going through the break between seasons. And that's not to say that we still don't have an entire finale episode next week to finish off and round us off. We are going to be doing audio dramas like any good anime or Japanese RPG would do, in terms of linking everything together and getting everything prepared for season 2. So I've already been messaging a lot of guests and probably be messaging a lot of other guest stars, reprise role, and new stars as well. So definitely give us a watch and just listen out. Follow me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter mostly, sometimes Instagram with the same handle as well. What else am I working on? Oh, I was supposed to talk about this. Wednesday I'll be on Cypress and Steel, which is awesome. It's this awesome costume doing my makeup that I love, and it's one of my first things actually doing makeup for. So I'm really happy doing it. It's a lot of fun. I love Mage, and I'm having a great time with my cohorts. And then Thursday we have on Gehenna Gaming. You can go check us out for Bluebeard's Bride. We're doing a playthrough with David Castro. David Castro is an amazing GM, or groundskeeper, I should say, for Bluebeard's Bride, and that's such an interesting game we have in it. You should definitely check it out. And then other than that, we have 2 big projects coming up. So I'm going to be helming an entire completely cast and ran BI POC stream. It's the sequel series, the successor to Gehenna Valley, known as Gehenna Academy. It's going to be a little bit darker, a little more focused on horror, but there's still going to be that juicy drama that you all love, and that's going to be premiering Monday at 7:30 p.m. EDT on the 3rd of May. May 3rd. So definitely check that out. As well as, I believe, a few days later, I need to double check that same week we'll also be premiering V5 Dark Ages, a new series from the mind of Rick Wheeler. It's gonna be crazy. Dark Age is something Rick loves to play, and if you like vampire and you like medieval, it'll definitely combine everything together. So yeah, I think that's it. We got everything we said out of the way, and there's just nothing left to do but wave, say goodbye, and tell the viewers to have a great night. And I'll jump in the Discord for a bit before I go to sleep, I guess. Love you guys.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. You're giving me too many things lately. You're all I see. You smile at me and say the daily thing, like this and that and words that keep us all busy, all confusing me. That's when you came to me and said, don't get me wrong, I love you, but does that mean I have to meet your father? When we are older, you'll understand what I meant when I said no. I don't think life is quite that simple. You